Why do we care so much about Katseye and the Manon drama when there are literally bigger problems in the world and kids are dying across the world? Our elites are eating children. Everything is burning, and we're worried about somebody doing the pinky up dance. We're worried about a person that we don't know leaving a group that doesn't know about us. We are so constantly worried about the wrong things in this society. And it's like it's about time, like, guys, we need to lock in. There is no reason for this to be like this. If you can see, look at this, guys. There is so much news sources. And of course, it goes on for longer. Like, there's like multiple tabs of this stuff. There's constant TikToks shining light on this fact. I love that people can express themselves, of course, but I feel like we need to be expressing ourselves on the right things. But anyways, hey everybody, it is CO Nortex. Excuse me scratching my dandruff infested head, so if you can hear the wonderful dandruff flakes falling out, that's okay. So let's see. If you don't know who Katseye is supposed to be a quote unquote global girl group based in Los Angeles and however you say. I don't know what to pronounce my words, but they are known for their hit singles Gnarly, Boba Tea, Tesla, and then Internet Girl. Haven't you heard on the internet, girl? Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini. And then debut. La, 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 la. Gabriella. Back off, Gabriella. But that is irrelevant right now. They have been on a crazy run lately. And I mean crazy. Of course, they had their famous Gap ad that blew advertisers out of the water to combat the Sydney Sweeney's great jeans movement, which, if you're woke enough, is based off of, white supremacy or whatnot, and that's kind of crazy. But that's just the world we live in today, guys. But anyways, a lot of circulation has been going around about Manon, the one black member of the group, leaving or getting forcibly kicked out of the group. And there is a lot of drama or whatnot saying that the girls literally was bullying her out of the group or whatever. But who really knows about this? And genuinely, if I'm being honest, I could give two less single flying flippity flip flips about this. But I just want to make a video about saying how much I don't care about not caring about how you guys shouldn't care and how we should be worrying about bigger issues in the world right now. So let's see. Major issues in the world. Let's see what we should be focusing on, guys. So, guys, climate change, water insecurity, wars, political corruption, AI. There is so much things to be talking about. So how about instead of talking about Katseye, let's talk about the climate change disaster, human-driven disasters, AI maybe. So first of all, guys, AI killing polar bears, killing Antarctica, melting ice, all of that. And that is kind of crazy. We need an earth to live on, guys. Of course, people are, they have their own opinions about this, and every opinion is valid. Not every opinion, majority opinions. People think, AI can be more ethical. People think AI can't be more ethical. My humble opinion, low key, genuinely, right now, I think AI is kind of terrible. There doesn't seem to be an upside with it, especially with all the stuff that's been going on. There are dead relatives, people's parents, FaceTiming little children to open their doors with AI. So these little kidnappers can break into these homes and kidnap the little children. Like, that's kind of crazy, guys. Don't forget the severe food shortages across the country because of different wars. Now, I'm not entirely sure what country it is, but I'm sure it's around. It's somewhere. Hold on. I think it's Palestine, because people in Palestine do not have much food right now because of something going on. So, speaking of AI and this, the AI problems are getting worse. They're shoving it down our throats because, as you can see, if you look up one thing on Google, it just uses AI. I'm not sure entirely how much water this uses, but I'm sure everything uses water. There's actually AI data centers that use plenty of water. But if you didn't know, also like TikTok, Netflix, streaming platforms in general, gaming servers, all of this digital stuff also uses data centers, which is kind of crazy. We should have been talking about that a long time ago, but it seems like since AI is coming out, more people are talking about that. I'm sure you guys waste more water on taking showers. Wait, now that sounds kind of dirty. I mean, unnecessarily long showers. But anyways, the entire population of the Gaza Strip is experiencing severe food insecurity, for over 500,000 people facing famine, starvation, and death. A UN World Food Program reports highlights a worst case scenario in 2025 where 1 in 3 people go days without eating. 95% of the households experience severe hunger. And we're worried about Katseye. We're worried about what's some other bull crap. I don't know. We're worried about Ariana Grande and Olivia Rodrigo dropping albums. We're worried about all these celebrities. But 95% of people in this area is suffering from severe hunger. Now, I'm not the most woke person. I am not the most, I'm not like, nobody is like an amazing human being. But I believe that we should be focusing on the things that actually matter sometimes. And there is no better time than now to come together as a society, and throw whatever systems we have away, because it seems like half of these political people are corrupt, not only in America but across the world too. There are people overthrowing their government as we speak, and that is just such a big problem. Of course, I just want to sit here and make my silly little TikTok videos and silly little YouTube videos, but I'm faced with reality. Malnutrition in children. Over 20,000 young children suffering from malnutrition. Now, maybe this is a stretch, but I'm sure if there were thousands of young white children struggling in America, there would have been plenty, and I mean plenty, of sources to help them. Maybe Donald Trump would have spent a few bucks on them. But knowing him, he probably wouldn't help anybody out. Somebody probably would have helped them. Billionaires, unethical, we know this, could have donate a few $1,000,000 to at least help a few thousand children out. But God forbid you share your wealth sometimes. Now, is it okay? I would say to keep the money you worked for, but half the time they don't even work for their money. Somebody else is working for their money. That's so weird. But anyways, you can donate a little bit of your, billion. You could donate 2 million. That would barely put a dent in your pocket, by the way. And you could help out thousands of children. Maybe, go up a little more. 10 million. Maybe you help even more thousands of children. Oh my God, guys. Now, what if they donate 100 million and save all the children? Now, hypothetically, that's probably unrealistic. It's not going to save everybody. But literally, quite literally, almost everybody. It doesn't have to be one billionaire. It could be a whole bunch of billionaires putting in $100 million. $100 million. And you know how much they could help out for as little repercussions to their pocket as possible? They could be helping out a lot. Now, this video wasn't really supposed to be about Katseye. But we need to spark conversation about the things that are actually important right now. And I know that sounds so crazy coming from, if you seeing what I post online, coming from somebody like me, but seriously, guys, we really lost the plot as a humanity. And genuinely, I frankly don't even give a single flip if the world falls apart, because genuinely we deserve destruction now. We've been so beyond saving. Kids' minds are fried. We are cooked as individuals. There is just so much racism and ignorance and homophobia and just all of that terrible, terrible stuff. We just need a clean slate. Am I saying we should get hit by a meteorite tomorrow and get wiped out? Not exactly. But am I saying it's bad for us? No. Absolutely not. But now, am I saying we should all come together? That's highly unlikely now. I could go even deeper, but I don't think you guys want the full wokeness about, the mind control, what they put in our food, the air, the water, mind control tactics like religion, how certain influencers and celebrities are funded by different people to push certain agendas about. I don't know. I just need to be me. But anyways, guys, Manon is definitely leaving Katseye, and that's kind of crazy. Oh my God. What are we going to do without Manon? We need her in Katseye, guys. Guys, have you heard about Ariana Grande's new album? Guys, have you heard about Olivia Rodrigo's new single? I'm ashamed of you guys. Anyways, you guys have a lovely day. I'm sorry for the yap session, but choose happiness, choose peace, choose love, choose tranquility, okay? CEO Nortex closing out tools, guys.